first lesson for you guys is this is our future. So right here, this is going to be the future with AI. So if you guys see Nvidia go to the moon and their stock goes to 5 trillion, 6 trillion, this is why, right here. All right, let's see how they're playing. LAT versus Koi. Okay. I want to see it from a systems perspective. I want to see it from a flow perspective. I want to see what they refill. I want to see what players are doing. Number 5 has got info straight away on 1 and 3. That will then give 7, 8, and 6 information to do what they need to do. Get as much space as they want. All right, let's get this watching. Nice, 7 beat them to the time. Good plays. Kind of a bit surprised that they didn't decide to play aggressive on market. I'm kind of surprised that they've decided to play a little bit passive instead of taking fights market. I think they're worried about 7 taking that fight. Especially, okay guys, why am I kind of confused about what he's doing versus what these two are doing? What is this called? What is this? First question. Nice and easy. What am I slightly confused about here? So what do you think they could maybe do differently? I get it. Like I can see why they're trying to do this. Maybe this is like a hard counter break specific thing. But right here, I would expect if Toby is going to be taking a chow and forcing a fight, I would be expecting 1 and 3 to at least be doing something with him to exactly Sky. Fantastic. So if Kips is going to be taking a route, which I imagine if Toronto don't put pressure on the map, that then allows LAT to predict process of elimination. Think, okay, somebody's taking a route. We don't see anything. I would expect these two at least to force fights in market with number 4 while number 2 is taking a pinch play. Like they're doing it together. If Toby is going to play so aggressive, so aggressive like this, in my opinion, I think it makes sense to have 1 and 3 bang out with him and 2, like, I get it, they could potentially flip, whatever. But at that point, if you're playing, the way I look at this game is, yes, they could potentially flip, but number 4 is in a position where he's like on his own. There's no position, there's no ability to trade, there's no ability to fight together, right? Maybe if only one of them goes into market with 4 to allow a timing here, and maybe somebody top to take the fight top green. You know, something like some variation like that. Undefeated with this lineup in the response. Right? And I feel like now he's taken a fight that isn't able to be traded. Had number 1 played with number 4, then Paco would have been dead because Paco's killed number 4. Number 1 would have traded. He would have been in a position to flip, and he can still keep the game controlled and block if they need to, right? And then when number 4 spawns up, based on where number 7 is or whatever, then they can push towards time, get them spawning here. So I'm thinking they should have been in positions where they played a bit tighter and taken fights together. And you'll see teams like Paris, they do it fantastically, is when they activate, when they fight together, and we call it activation, they're doing it together. They're taking the same fights together. So right here, I didn't like this. And now Kips was in a position where he's going to repinch it, and you make him more useful by banging out market, in my opinion. And then number 7's in a position where he can't watch 2 ways, and you're getting them now spawning here on this side that you won. And now look at number 4 where he spawned. That's how you win that break. So I was kind of a bit confused with that. So right here, play to trade. All right, chat. Talk to me, chat. Easy question for you guys. What does number 2 have here? And what should Toronto be doing? So we'll talk about it from Toronto's perspective. What does number 2 have here? And what should they be doing? What's their win condition? And what should they be doing? And then ultimately, what do you think LAT should do here? Easy question. What does 2 have here, technically? Technically, schmecklically. What's the situation? Let's talk about this first, guys. What situation are we in? You can have the same kind of systems that the world champions used. Guaranteed standards, so your baseline becomes scary. What I want you to do, guys, is go to dreal.co.uk, go to services, go to courses. Train like the top 1% of Call of Duty players. This is what you're going to get. You're going to stop guessing in fights. You're going to have rules. Your aim is going to be more consistent. It becomes repeatable. You are going to become the player that people are going to remember. The secret aren't in your settings. It's in your sequence. Most of you guys watching, you want tips and tricks. But what the top 1% do is fundamentals, movement, aim science, decision template, training plan, mindset drills. The same inputs, the same outputs, consistency. You get a lot of packages. If you are tired of being almost good, almost there, this is guaranteed to be the switch. Turn your effort into results and download the course, train like the top 1%. We've just got a 4 dead, right? So from a game plan perspective, from a flow perspective, what do you think 2 has here? So give me the map: power position, rotation, map progression, free life. Kips has a free life to get spawn kill since there's a clean wave. Very good. Now, Kips has two options to play this. He has 2 options to play this. What do you think option 1 and option 2 could be? What do you think? How can we guarantee the next wave? Someone explain to me how we can guarantee the next wave. With 40 seconds left, when their win condition here is to soak. That's their win condition with 40 seconds left. And he's the first guy in flow. I'm going box here and holding. Yeah, that's option number 2. So when you look at Pro COD, guys, is you have 2 options right here. Pro COD, for you guys, is a quick game. Is when you get a clean wave, your job is to get to the next best power position or good spot in order to give you the highest percentage of getting information or to win your next gunfight. When you're doing that, you then put yourself in a situation where you're getting specific information early and you're potentially in a 4v3 by playing your guarantee. You have 2 options here. Kips could do something like this. Use his talent, jump up here, take fights. Some variation like that he could do. Absolutely. And what I've also seen some teams do is they'll full send it out to try and obviously get to around here and take timings either way. Right? Yeah. Choo choo choo. Coach breaking it down. What's good, Ghostface? How you doing, my guy? And so Kips in this situation, as the first guy in the floor, has 2 options. Is either he can cut the entirety of the map and play information and play a hybrid position, a power spot, let the game come to him, get the first kill of the next wave. Or if he's feeling it, he's feeling confident, he can be aggressive to take Charles. Why? Because he's going to spawn up right next to the hill and refill anyway. Right? So very good. Now, let's think about LAT in this situation. 40 seconds left, so they need to break time. That's their win condition, is breaking time. What do you think they could do here? What do you think they could do? I'm curious to know what you guys think they could do. What should the first guy, every single time on flow, what should the first guy be doing? To set up, and then tell me to set up what? If you have the emote, let me know. What are we setting up here? What are we thinking? I know we have the emotes. I know we do. This game is simple. I know we have the emotes. 6 needs to get out red and get a kill and hold Koi's progression so that when the rest of the spawn can collapse, do mark it and cut. Very good. Very good. I agree completely. They can, to be honest with you, Sky, he could do it either side. It really does not, in my opinion, it really does not matter. Essentially, whatever this guy does, he can take a long route either side and let the rest of his teammates play the other side to set up a 3-1. That's how we get timings. That's how we open up the map. And that's how we end up getting trades. Good. Good. That I like that.
Former teammates playing on Huntsman, now squaring up against each other in the league.
Right here. Good nade. Good nade. Look at 7. Look at 7. What is this? Chat. What is this? What do we see here? So now this is where they adapt. This is where Niam was the first guy in the flow. He ends up taking this route towards P2. And now look at what Abizi is doing. What is this? This is now them adapting. Now the 3-1 has switched based on where they were spawning. So now Abizi is the one taking the route. Again, when he takes the route, he's going to spawn them deep, which then they'll know where he's going to be, which is fine. then they'll open up timings for the rest of these guys to trade. It's either they have to worry about a potential 3v2 disadvantage number situation against LAT on the break because they're worried about 7, or they look forward and 7 has the timing to do what he wants, right? So look at it in motion here. And then 7's taking that timing. He's going to call out, spawn in here. They're going to watch it. Last guy in the flow. That's fine. Look at him. Look at, this is why the 3-1s are so good. This is why the 3-1s are the magic numbers, guys. Because now he's taking a long route because he takes the spawn that's given. He takes the long route, right? Opens up what we call timings for the rest of his teammates. And this is timings in a nutshell. So look at this. Are they going to ape? Yes, they know the last guy's here. Very good from Toby. Huge 2 kills from Toby, right? The fact that CleanX ended up getting 2 kills makes this disadvantageous situation less disadvantageous. Had Toby not got a single kill in the trade, had it been a clean 4, then Toronto would be in a blend, because Neum, as the first guy in this chain, in this conveyor belt, in this Subway sandwich, guys, I work at Subway, so if you guys need some good Subways, I got it for you guys. I got it for you, right? So let me land. Let me pick up what I'm putting down. He's the first guy in this chain. Had Toby not got a 2-piece, he would have pushed out, would have been exactly in the same situation, but reversed, right? Fantastic. Fantastic from Thieves right here.
Force a gunfight. He's got helpless ground, and they do win back the hard point. Yeah, Swans now flip.
I don't know I like what number 6 is doing. I will say I don't know if I like what number 6 is doing. And the reason why do you not think I don't like what number 6 is doing? It's 15 seconds. What's their win condition? Can someone explain to me, using the rule of 20, what is LAT's win condition right here? What is their win condition? Rotate. Play ahead. Their job is going to be play for new, right? They've just basically got 4 down. They know the timings. They have a good idea where they're spawning. If you know where they're spawning, you know what routes they're going to take, all of these different things, right? They know they could potentially beat them to P2. Yes, John Wick. Hey, John Wick, my condolences about the dog. But John Wick, you are spot on. So right here, I would rather number 6 play it slightly more passive as the third guy in the flow than commit to re-clearing the pinch. Right here, it doesn't make sense for me that number 6 is playing to clear this out rather than playing to fight this. I would rather you fight number 2, and then when 5 spawns out and he spawns like slightly deep, he's like, yo, someone's gonna be on the far right, someone's gonna be on the far right, someone's gonna be on the far, you know? Because yours then when Ernie ends up spawning in, is gonna tell you where this guy is, because he will spawn so deep because he's gonna be repinching it. So I would rather him play the kill on time with 7, and then they turn around. I need you guys to understand this is why, and I'm going to give Paris a lot of credit. I know I've been glazing Paris way too much, but the fact that they'll isolate players to try and take the same fights, what I would see Paris here do is they'll take the same fights on this guy and then turn around and cut where they think the next people are going to be, right? Right here, Neum, I love Jeremiah to bits, but you're a moron here, Neum, in my humble opinion. I don't think he commits to this. I don't think he takes the 1. I think he takes the 2v1 here, and then they can turn around and fight to control this side. Also, with Paco getting progression P2, anything he doesn't see, he's going to be like, yo, they're pinching. They're going round, right? The reason why Paris feel like they're so far ahead in respawn is they do a really, really good job of isolating, of looking at, okay, 1v2. Guys, look at your minimap. Where are your teammates in your flow? Where are they going to be? Where are they? And take fights with them where it makes sense.
Yeah, Swans now flip.
Well, what's good, Silk? What's good? I'm going to call you. You're my new Dante. You're my new Sib. You're my Sib. Don't miss, don't lose. And then, obviously, now because he's committed to try and clear the timing when it didn't make sense to do so, he ends up dying, and now they're going to flip, right? So he shouldn't have done that, and he should have prioritized the other trade. All right, let's see how LAT play this. Right. Okay, so now it's a full break. Basically, for LAT, it's a full break. They've got no progression. Where they spawn is going to tell you where Toronto are going to be. They just got to take their time and play kills here. See that here? Good trade, good trade, good trade. First guy, trying to take a route. They just got to take their time. Just got to hold progression here. Bro, this guy Scrap is... How? How is he killing it? How? Oh, he's just missing. He's missing. God damn. He's... All right. Let's see what he does here. He's going to hold progression. He's going to wait for 6. Is he going to take the route? Yeah. But he should pick it up, though. Look how deep he spawns. So he's like, right, someone's going to be pinching mid because of how deep, right? So he's playing for that. Interesting. Oh, my God. What is going on? What is going... Are we good? But that's the thing with P2. That's the thing with not having the blue side of P2. It's just so hard. But somehow they break this. Bro, how? And then number 8 is going to keep spawning him deep because he's pushed out. And number 5 spawning close because Toronto are nowhere near the hill. Oh, if he stays alive. Oh, my God. What is going on? What is going on? Right, 20 seconds left. They're going to play another wave. Let the game come to them. And then you can flip on the next wave if they make that mistake of challenging 20 seconds. Let's see how Toronto play this. First guy, get on the head glitch every single time. Refill where needed. You should still spawn up. Oh, hold on a minute. The kills. Yes, you died first. Yes, makes sense. Yeah, you die first. You spawn in, which then means they spawn there. Kibbs, yeah, huge 3-piece. Huge 3-piece. All right, let me see what their game plan's going to be here. Right, I'm curious to see how LAT try and break this.
Yeah, looking solid, looking solid.
But now they're just going to cause chaos here. There's going to be splits everywhere. This is horrible to look at. It's just splits everywhere. All right, number 7 on a route. They're not going to read it. Yeah, number 2's definitely not reading it. He's probably thinking he's got a no map progression spawn. Now number 4. Now, if number 7 didn't kill number 2 and number 4 spawns up here and screaming, "Yo, someone's pinching, someone's pinching, someone's pinching," Kibbs probably turns around, kills Abizi. Ends up trading anyway. Now those should spawn close. Yep, as they do. And they're just refilling. Again, it's just trade central here. Just trading, 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 trading. They just keep on trading, keep on trading. You have numbers. Refill when needed. 25 seconds left. Keep playing aggressive. Keep playing aggressive. You could bump out if you want to. I wouldn't. Yep. Get space. Good. All right, guys. Question for you guys. 18 seconds left. Right? What do I like that Toronto's doing here? What do I like that Toronto is doing here? Actually, I think they could have done something slightly different. Kind of rogue. But what do you think I like that Toronto does here? What do you think? What do we think? What do we think? Right here. What could they have done? No, but listen, there's two things. There's one thing they could have done better, in my opinion, but there's one thing that I like that they did good. What do you think that is? And I've seen, I think Vegas do this, and it makes complete sense. So give me one thing they could have done better, and one thing that they do good on the rotation to a money hill. And then tell me why. And it's an answer that I want, that I need you guys in rank to start doing. Not playing for spawns. Nope. Look at the line. Look at them. Look at how all 3 people are. Tell me who is cutting up. Good. Welcome back, Scott. Welcome back. Yeah. So a big problem that I have when I watch pro teams play sometimes, or especially challenger teams, is they have progression. This is called progression, right? Progression meaning we have map control. Map control is how you determine who plays the game. What spots you have, what good positions you have, what power positions you have, and most importantly, what information you have, how quickly you get information to do something with that, right? So they have progression. He is playing aggressive enough to do something with that progression. Hey, appreciate you, Scott. Thank you for the prime. Welcome back to the D1s. He's in a position where he's basically playing in line, so he can trade his teammates, right? Why is this important? Why is it important that if you get a clean wave, or the wave is clean enough, you get progression, you play a high line? Why is that important? Why is the high line important? Think about it. Think about it from a spawn perspective. Why is the high line important? It's important for a few reasons. 2 reasons, mainly. Good. You spawn them out further. Good. Very good. Yes. And what's the second reason? Enemy team is going to all spawn back there. Very good. What's the second reason of having a high line? When you have progression. Timings. Good. You clear timings. Meaning, you get info. Info is king. Info is everything in COD, right? So by number 1 playing in an aggressive position to then recut based off information where needed, they can focus trading if the timings are there, the furthest pushed out guy, which means enemies are spawning deeper, you spawn close to the hill, you can rotate and shift any position you need to while securing the time, right? Okay, with that in mind, what did you think that Toronto could have done better here? Right here. So right here. Clean 4. We know it's a clean 4, so we're counting. We have our internal game sense. That okay. So you're thinking it's a clean wave. Why is it a clean wave? You got 4 kills, so your internal timing 3.5 seconds. You know where they're gonna spawn. I know where they're gonna spawn, and I know when they're gonna spawn. Right? Now, I think a bit of a nitpicky situation with 25 seconds left. I believe there is one thing that they could have done differently. What do you think that is from a flow perspective? Toby, number 4. So Toby's the first guy, right? What do you think that I think number 4 should do? He has to push front. Bump him. Yes. Good. Now we're thinking ahead. I think right here, after they get a clean 4, I think Toby bumps out, plays it. He doesn't use a free life because there's 25 seconds left. He plays a position to make them overextend. He refills time to bait them. He refills middle, and the last guy keeps the game controlled, in my opinion. 3 could bump him out, and you know the last guy's going to spawn literally on top of you because of squad spawns, because there's no map control, right? And then that's how they'll maximize 25 seconds, and that's how they'll win the next wave to get P4. Because anything this guy doesn't see or hear or whatever, he's listening. He can hear things, he can see things, he can whatever, right? He's also spawning them slightly deeper, right? He can re-bump these guys out, go like this. And that's how you get space. That's how you get map progression. And that's how you're quicker with the information to help you secure a money hill. You don't want to instantly default type. Map progression is everything. Right here, they'd spawn slightly deeper. He'd be already here. He'd be on the hill, ironing in a better position, baiting for number 4. And number 1's there. Number 2 blocking. That's it. Perfect. Perfect situation. 6, if Toby's here, he might back him down. But number 6, if he does this, it's a free trade. Right? Doesn't need to do that. And then he can play more aggressive. He doesn't then have to worry about these kills. He can worry about these kills. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Pick it up. Pick it up. Don't put it down. And then number 7's dead. Right? Now we're not tweaking. Now we're in positions where it's a clean hold. Because then now you prevent them from banging out front, and now you're still spawning in, and stuff like this happens. Right? And now then bullshit like this happens. Because everyone's everywhere. Right? That's why space and progression is so important to help you to keep the game controlled so you can focus on the right kills. And then number 5 is not going to spawn there. We're all good. Everyone's spawning at the back. All good. All from one play. One play not being aggressive enough. Not being afraid to die. All right, let's see how LAT play this.
Downstairs, and we'll see how the rest of Koi try to
They're going to be spawning them
manipulate
towards
Toronto listening.
middle, yeah. Makes sense. Cut them.
Coming deep of you.
So what you'll start to see, that spawn's crazy, right? That spawn is crazy, but that's just the spawn system. They're blocking everything, right? But right here, what you'll start to see is teams' game plan is pushing out this way, spawning them here to then funnel them. And then they'll control it like this. That's what you'll start to see. Ideally, you don't really want to push out this side, because then if you can spawn them like here, based on like however far you push, and they have more chances and more opportunities to break. Ideally, teams will try and spawn you P2 right here. So like look at number 6, there you go. This is what you want. This is the absolute blender for Toronto. So like this is really good from Ernie. But this is insane. They should have killed Kips here and then started to funnel them through the left. This was they got bailed out. Save for it, they got bailed out completely. Oh, look at that spawn. Holy shit. Why are they? Yeah, I mean, they just push out, yeah. Again, when you spawn them here, they have more opportunities to do stuff than spawning them like straight up here. You see how they pushed out the left? I don't like that. This I don't like. Again, it doesn't matter so much because you adapt in the moment, but if you had a choice, in my opinion, get them P2 rather than middle. And then also you can cut them for new, in my opinion. Bloody hell, look how far ahead they are. Bloody hell. 70, 80 points. I swear I watch Toronto so much, they just throw away 80 points. And I don't know how. Throw that shit away. Just me and Neum for Kenny did nothing. They looked mid like they were with Kenny. I think you give it time, Hawk. I think you give it time. And I will say, I think LAT are what, 10-0 on respawn now with Neum. I think you give it time. I think they get better. I don't think they're like number 1, number 2, but I think they can get there. Yeah, and then LAT put them in the blender here. It's like right here, good job from Kips, keeping the game controlled. Spawn on top of a teammate. That means LAT have no map progression. You're going to make sure someone's watching the back here. Last guy in the flow. Number 7 takes a good route. Toby gets 2. Kips repicks it up. Nice. This is my problem with this fucking game sometimes. This is my problem with this game sometimes. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. It's because it's an open square. That's it. Open quadrant. He's technically on this side. And because there's multiple people past the 50s, the game's like, right, this side of the map is not safe. It's like, it ain't safe. Only one guy on this side of the map is like, okay, it's more safe. But do you guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think this is a safe spawn. Do you guys think this is a safe spawn? Do you think... Listen, this is why AI will never take over. This is why AI will never take your job. Because the AI right here thinks this is a safe goddamn spawn. Do you think this is a safe spawn? Do you guys think this is a safe spawn? Do you guys goddamn think Paco's got to sit? Is this safe? Someone asks Clay. Unintended line of sight right here. Is this safe? Hell no. Hell no. Don't worry. ChatGPT is not taking your job if it thinks this is safe. All good. All good. Yeah, all good. It's clearly safe. But hey, more numbers past the 50. I'm gonna. Oh my god, I hate that logic. I hate that logic so much. I hate it. I hate that logic. All right, I mean, look, they bring it back here again. This is the carbon copy situation of the first P1 to the first P1. Let's see how Jamie plays it, bro. This is why I swear to God, ironing on this game, playing passive on this game is just. Sometimes it's the worst thing in the world. Because look, he's getting cameraed. He cannot see Ernie. Ernie's like, look at him. Look how he charles it, bro. Ernie's like, okay, think about it when you're Scrap. Scrap is like, we have no map control. I'm gonna clear places where I think I know you are. Look how he clears this, by the way. Look how he clears it. He sees him here, bounces and charles him. Ego charles him. And then he's squaring up with the second guy. Wall banging. Insane. Not a bad streak. Actually, is a decent streak from Paco. Tyler doing everything again. So, bro, this guy, this guy, bro, this is why I think a BZ Paco will be the best SMG duo in the league. Watch this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. First guy. All right, guys. What is he doing? Let's talk me through this. What is he doing? Talk me through. What's the situation? Tell me what the situation is. If you're LAT, what's the situation? Come on. Start with the basics. Start with the basics. What's the situation right now? Need to break. All right. First of all, they need to break. Right? When you need to break, you know they will have certain map control. You know they'll have certain map control. They'll have like certain power positions, spots. Again, there's only so many spots people could play, right? So they need to break. Their win condition right here is initial control breaking, right? So if they need to break, what's a BZ doing? A BZ's taking a route. Why is a BZ taking a route? Someone explain to me why a BZ's taking a route. Yep, Stone 100%. Taking space. Yeah. Why? Why is a BZ taking a route? What is he? From a flow perspective, from this conveyor belt, what is he? He's first. So why do we want the first guy taking a route? Why do we want a first guy taking a route? Why should Neum not do it? Why should Paco not do it? Why? Timings, good. Because you're more likely to open up timings for the rest of your team. So, okay, my question to you guys. All right. Why has he decided to take the route? What made him decide as the first guy in flow to take the route? Why not just do this as the first guy? Why not just do that as the first guy? Why? Yes, good man, good man. No, don't you? Okay, get the fuck out of my stream. Listen. This is, you know what this is? You know what this is, right? It's like Kobe's come back. He's come back and, bro, he's just opened the door to the classroom. He's answering all the questions. It's not fair. He's not fair. Yeah, come back during the C9 VOD. I'll roast you, right? No, I'm trolling. All right. Okay. So why is he not doing that? Why is he not doing that? Why is he not just banging through time? So someone that's not encouraged, answer me. Why is he not just banging through time? I need you guys to start thinking ahead. Wait, where's Mamba, by the way? Mamba was here a minute ago. Map control. Good answer, Gino. Yeah. Map control. So when you guys are playing, I need you to start understanding wave by wave, understanding what map control the enemies are going to have. That will dictate how you play, how you clear, and what you need to do. They've not made any kills, right? There are no kills. If they've made no kills, that means they've got no trigger. They've got no rules, right? They can't just take the QRP and trade out time. So right here, this is why he has to take the route, is because they are thinking Toronto are going to have the power positions. They're going to have map control. They're going to have all the space in the world. That's why they have to take the route. No, Gino, that was your answer. That was your answer. So yes, he can play for spawn, but the thing with Hardpoint is, at least for the first wave, for the second wave, first 20, second 20, based on whether you get the kills or not, you need to be good enough to play from the side you're given, right? Because of the way Call of Duty is progressing, is because of how fast it is, because how weapons do everything's very simple, very flow perspective, very fast. You can play from a certain side as long as you get the kills, and then you can play ahead and do something from that. Because the kills and the QRP and the trading is more important than the actual side, because the side itself on a fast game isn't so much of a massive advantage, except for certain hills, right? So right here, they've just made the kill while 7 is about to activate. Now look at what number 7 does here, guys, right? Off a streak. There you go. He's taking his attention away, right? Now it's essentially a 3 versus 2. Well, I say 3 versus... It was a 3 versus 2 with streaks, right? It was a Oh, shit. It was a 3v2, obviously, before the streak being called in. Now he's called a streak in, and he's got that information. Has he just wallbanged him with a pistol? Wait, hold on. Yo, he just wallbanged him with a pistol. Nice. And now, on his question, what side do you think is better for P1, P2 here, green or blue? I've had teams say green, but I prefer blue. I think there's a slight marginal gain by holding the green side for P1, but I think for P2 the blue side is way better. But I don't think you can for P2. I know teams will force the blue side for P2, which I do agree with. But it's also one of them where you can play from the side that you're given as long as your flow is good and you have the power positions to do so, in my opinion. Like you watch Paris, for example, they will, if they're in the situation, play for the spawn that gives them that marginal advantage. But also, if you get fucking kills, don't even overthink it. Get your kills, predict ahead, where are they spawning, what routes are they taking, and then what your job in the flow is, and just play for the next wave, play for the next gunfight. The games are too fast. The games are too fast to be worrying too much about, like, for certain hills, about what side you want. If it was World War II, when I was playing, fuck yeah, play a certain side, because you got all the head glitches, right? But when everyone's flying up on the map, head glitches don't mean shit anymore. You're getting cameraed half the time on head glitches. That's why. This is all he has to do. No tweaking, just let the game come to you. And now, he stays alive, brings his teammates into the play. Now, maybe Ernie's tweaking a little bit here. If Ernie kept on watching this, he'd kill number 2. But all good. Good break by Toronto, but you guys get the idea. If they played their one, and they just get 1 or 2 kills, they stay alive. And the entire time, during that wave, by the way, they've soaked 20 seconds. And they didn't make a single kill. Now, can you imagine if they made 1 kill? They'd probably win the wave. Soak even more. So we see a BZ trade here. Nice. Nice. Now they're playing for blue, so this is now where you'll see teams play for that side that they want. But like here, you don't have to overly force the side that you need. So like right here, forget number 4 in this instance. Forget about him for a second. But right here, you don't see number 7 trying to bang out when they've got kills. In this situation, you have map control, you have power positions, you have the space that you want, you have good flow. You can let the game come to you for another wave. Play your kills. Your good spots can get you kills to then do what you want from that. So look at number 7, just staying alive. Now, number 6 spawns out. He's going to say, yo, they're both sides. They're going to be both sides, right? Number 6 is screaming. So now I expect them to, and I saw Paris do this, take that fight, clear the side, and then turn around. I expect them to play the numbers here, which they are. Very good. And now they'll turn around. Beautiful stuff from LAT. Very, very good P2. And this is what I'm saying. This right here is what I'm saying. Is if you don't worry so much about the side that you have and you play for the kills of the wave, whatever that looks like, and you play for the trades, you can just run through the hill and you can get the side that you want. That is why the position that you have is more important than forcing a side. Commit to the trades. Kills are the most important thing. Kills and trade, and then once you make the kills, you can decide if you want to push up and play to the flip anyway. And now they get the side that they want by not forcing it initially. Kills are the most important thing. So we look at it here. Now Paco's going to let the game come to him. Good. There you go. Iron. Look at him letting the game come to you. And then why? You teammates help each other. Now, if you fight, guys, what do you need to do? If you fight, what should the rest of your teammates be doing? What should they be doing? If you fight, what should you be doing? Easy one. Easy one. And this is a problem that I see with you guys in ranked. Is if you fight, what should you be doing together? What should him and him be doing to this guy? Come on, I know you know this. I know you guys team shooting. Good. You fight together. You double chal it. This is where you need a confident chal. You hive mind. And you do it together. One of the worst things that they could do is if Neum ends up taking this, which is not bad right now, in a 1v1, and he gets into the play, it's now a 2v1. This game's just about isolating fast in the moment. Doing it fast in the moment. People willing to die, setting each other up, doing it in the moment. So right here, you get 2. If you're fighting, you fight together. If you're not challing, you don't chal together. It's as simple as that. Look at him. He's fighting. Bet. 7 was going to chal off it, but now we fight together. If we fight, look, 7 and 5. We're fighting together. Are we going to continue to fight? We continue to fight together. There you go. Boom. We fight together. Play the kills. There you go. Fighting together. Look at them. Always fight together. I want you guys in ranked to, I promise you, just follow a teammate. Follow a teammate and just literally try and steal his kills. Play to steal each other's kills. Grief him. Grief him. Follow him. Play to steal his kills. Alright, let's see how they play this. This is just mixy. Oh, this is, look at this. Mixy as hell. So right here, 6 spawns up here. Instantly, you know your teammates have pushed past the 50 yard. You gotta go, my guy. You gotta go here. You know, 2 of your teammates are past the 50 yard. Hard block. Unless they're forcing the flip. But at that point, it's kind of like just keep the game controlled, I feel like. I feel like you just keep the game controlled, which feels like they weren't meant to do that. If a BZ would have turned around, maybe. I mean, they're just going to spawn. Yeah. They're going to spawn on top of their teammate. Yeah, no map progression. Now they've got another streak. First guy taking a route, look at number 6. First guy taking a route. 8 is going to be taking a complimentary route. They're going to keep playing the high line, spawn them deep. This is a beautiful streak. Holy. Holy, it's a beautiful streak. Holy, it's a beautiful streak. Let the game come to you. Look at Paco, letting the game come to him. I don't mind that. Look at Paco now cutting. Hybrid spot to cut. He's going to take fights off this. Oh, and he gets the kill. And he gets the kill. That's insane. Spawns middle. All good. We should be playing together. Abizi's going to cut new. Yep. We're 2. Look at 5 and 8. 2v1 in number 4. 6 and 7 are going to 2v1 number 2. Good try. Good try. Let's see how they play this here. 48 seconds left. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, again, 4v2. Now you're just going to play to trade. Whatever that looks like, you play to trade. Process elimination, where's he going to be? Next wave, you have a free life number 8. All good. We just got to play to trade. Good kill on insight. Oh, that would have been insane. Hold on. They need to trade number 1. He's going to spawn in good. Nope. Yep. And they just keep trading. And this right here was the difference between the first rotation and the second rotation. Is LAT during the second rotation, they're just playing to trade, they're playing to team shot, and they're slowing the game down. They're slowing the game down until they make kills. After they make kills, then they're just playing to trade. Right here again, process of elimination. Okay, we know you're going to have new, so we have to take our time to set up the break. There's not going to be timings. Well, there might be a timing here because 2 ends up giving it up, right? So look at this. Play it together. Take your time. You play your kills, and you just set up the break. So 7's going to do nothing. 7's going to do nothing because he knows Toronto are in a position to trade him. He's still going to spawn up at the back, so he's just going to buy time. Look at this is Abizi. This is why Abizi is so good for this team. Dragging him away, he's going to spawn up. Drag him away, he's dragging away 2 people at the very least, right? The longer he stays alive. And then these 2 can do something from that. He's dragging 3 people away. Look at him. 3 people. Now 2's playing for him. Look at this. And then he gets the timing. This is why Abizi is so good. Right here. They may not end up breaking, but it's the fact that he's dragging people away to open up timings for the rest of his teammate. And he gets the second kill. Your spawn tells you where the furthest pushed up guy is going to be, so they know someone's pushed out front, so they're going to play for him. 3 does a good job. I would rather, in this situation, 3 has a free life. I would rather see Jamie go use it. I would rather see Jamie push out, get that first kill, and just keep going. Look for kills. Die. Go die. Go look for kills. Rather than just sitting, in my opinion. But then he does it late. Which at that point, you've lost your timing. They do a good job of killing Paco there. Abizi streaks him, but they're still going to spawn up close. Yep. There we have it. Abizi taking a route again as the first guy. This was huge. This right here was huge because it drags away number 4. Now they know where 2 people. They know where 1 person is at the very least. Number 2's taking a route. Number 5 picks it up instantly. That's actually such a heads-up play by Ernie. Now they'll play the time. Ernie's not going to read this. Oh, he is going to read this. Yeah, this is readable. Gets unlucky with the timing. They're going to control market. Number 8 should be refilling here. I thought they win this here. I thought Joe was going to win this. Because now they just let the game come to them. Joe kills up here. Now Joe gets that first kill. He just go. I feel like he should just go. Use his free life. Jamie with a huge kill on there. Now we know 2 people are pinching. I'm thinking they're winning here. But then look at Abizi. Abizi gets the second guy here. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he does. And this right here basically wins LAT the game in my opinion. The number 1 has to play for him instead of time. And then because he's playing for him instead of time, he gets picked. And then now they have the side that they want for P2. And then Ernie's going to play to trade that guy, because then Abizi gets information on number 2. All from one play, Abizi basically wins them that P2. And now they know where the last guy is. They're going to trade him. GG's. Now Parker's going to let the game come to him. Let the wave come to you. He has a free life if needed. There you go, can use it. Gets 1. Oh, he ends up dying. All good. If he doesn't spawn close, you know someone's blocking. Okay, he should spawn on top of a teammate. Yep, he does. There you have it. One goddamn play. I want to watch that again. Hold on. Let me watch that again. Look at Abizi, right? Let's look at Abizi here. Where's number 7? Right, last guy in the flow. They're going round together. 35 seconds left. Ends up killing number 4. Plays his life. Doesn't commit. Makes number 2 overextend for him. Buys so much time. Wins that one. Forces them all to spawn out. This is insane. Hard blocking. Buys enough time. Drags away number 1. And now they have the side that they need for P2. This was insane. And then now, because he ends up dying, we now know exactly where number 2 is. Now they're going to play to trade number 2, because they can't win off this, because he's the most important kill right now. They kill him, then they turn around, get new, play from new. Ernie kills him, somehow gets 2. Holy shit. And then that's how they win it. See, overthink it. You can't overthink. On faster games, the more you overthink, the more, exactly, paralysis by analysis, right? The more you overthink, the more, you're going to lose your timings more often, the more you're overthinking. Now, you want to stick to game plans, you want to stick to flow, you want to stick to fundamentals trading, you want to do it fast. You want to keep it simple and you want to do it fast, because simplicity is how you make decisions fast, especially on faster games. Obviously, you can think about, okay, what you want to do, where you want to flow, what positions you want to play, what your game plans are, all these things. You can, obviously, you want to think about that. But the more you overthink on a faster game, the more you screw yourself over.